Beautiful people, back with another live. Good evening. Today is February 23rd. It is Monday, and we are covering a new topic on tonight, and that is surrounding the Daquan Johnson story. I was scrolling through TikTok and I saw on my For You page this story that is actually going viral on social media right now in regards to a case where a young man was unalived while in police custody. Rest in peace to his family. I just uploaded on our JO Storytime 2 channel the video, and so I want to share it live on this channel, and then we can also get some engagement going, right? So, very sad story. We are seeing this all too often, right? What happens when authorities take someone's life, right? A child, young men are being executed, assassinated in police custody, and it is something that is too common and should not be. So let me take a look, really raw edit, put this video together within an hour after looking at the For You page. So let me share it with you and then we can go from there.
So the officer who executed Daquan Johnson, his name has finally been released. His name is Christopher Schur. And just when you think the situation can't get any worse, because let's be clear, it's very hard to get worse than being executed and further attacked by a dog.
I am very grossed out right now. I just saw the bystander video, and it's in my repost. And it's very gruesome. Like, everybody, it's super gruesome. Don't watch it if you're like, please do not watch it if you're not trying to watch it. I just seen the bystander.
Who do you believe, the mother or the cop's body cam? Because there's conflicting stories about this Daquan Johnson, the young man that was gunned down by Grand Rapids police.
They killed my son. Him in the back of the head. And while they had his head.
Rest in peace and condolences to the family of Daquan Johnson. Video footage has gone viral of a young man being gunned down in police custody, mauled by a police dog, and social media is absolutely in an uproar. His mother has now spoken out, visibly shaken and demanding answers. Meanwhile, the internet jury is split down the middle. So do you trust the official account or what the body cam appears to show? We can't show the full footage here, but the clips circulating online are raising seriously uncomfortable questions about what really went down in these moments. So why do these videos keep surfacing? Part of it is technically inevitable. Body cam, smartphones, and surveillance means far more encounters are recorded even more. Another layer is public trust. When communities already feel tension in law enforcement, every new incident hits like dry tinder near a spark. Still, frequency can be tricky. What remains clear is that every situation is different. Do you believe the official account or the body cam footage? What details in the clip stood out to you the most? And do you think incidents like this are increasing or just becoming more visible? What questions should investigators be asking right now? Drop your thoughts below, like, comment, and subscribe for more Real Breakdown.
They shot him in the head. And that's only two of the shots. They executed my baby. They held his hands behind his back. So what you see on the news, when you see the officer, not the one that was straddling him, that shot him in the back of the head, but the one holding the gun, that's the one that shot him in his hands, while his partner was in the back of his head, y'all. No mother. They shot my baby in the back of the head, y'all, while they were holding his hands.
You got it.
But
He's in heaven.
his brains literally were laying on the ground yesterday when I went to where they shot him. I don't want nobody's sympathy, but y'all love on y'all motherfucking kids. Y'all love on y'all motherfucking kids, dog. Oh, when I say they executed my baby, that police video footage y'all saw, America's so gung-ho about, where y'all see an officer and all y'all see is his gun drawn, that's because he was the one shooting his son in the hands that his partner had together like these. The dog was mawing at his neck. His neck is mawed up. Where the dog mauled, where the dog was mauling my neck, and they said that the dog wasn't strong enough to detain him. You had a dog eating at his face and his neck. A man straddling over him with his arms behind his back. And another officer standing off to the side. And the police still ain't saying nothing. Let me remove my glasses. The police still ain't said nothing.
Why they do him that way?
And
then they emptied his bag and laid the shit out to make it seem
and then
like he had a
tried
weapon.
to empty stuff out. It was hot that day. What the fuck? My son sweat. The fuck is he gonna wear some gloves and he's sweating on the bike? Which I don't know is they sped that footage up because the police actually knocked him off that motherfucking bike. See, y'all can go by what the news tell y'all because the police gonna always have a different narrative, but we showed y'all what was real. We watched them stand over him while he was laying on his stomach. When does deadly force become the first?
Can we get
Mama Gwen, the first thing they resorted to while he was laying on his stomach.
I'm sorry. Okay.
They shot my baby in the back of the They shot him in the back of the head. When they said his brains was on the ground, as I'm coming here,
We're gonna go. Yeah.
I'm in his leg. Then I'm gonna grab the thing.
You on his stomach, both hands behind his back. He's not reaching for. Oh my God! Oh my motherfucking God!
Breaking news now on 13 on your side.
Know that there's a family that's hurt, that's gonna miss this young man.
We begin at 5 o'clock with breaking news coverage of a police-involved shooting in Grand Rapids. Police held a news conference less than an hour ago and provided body camera video. The man shot by the officer last night is identified by his family as Daquan Johnson. He died at the hospital this morning. We have multiple crews following this story tonight with the reaction from family and witnesses. But we begin with 13 Your Side's Nick Nelson with what Police Chief Eric Winstrom had to say. Nick.
That's right. We just heard from Grand Rapids Police Chief Eric Windstrom, who showed body camera footage from the responding officers that shows what led up to the shooting death of Daquan Johnson last night. Now, here's a look at that video. In part of the video, you can see the man identified by family as Johnson being pursued by a police officer while on his bicycle. Around 9:30, Windstrom says the officers followed him into the parking lot of an apartment complex. According to the video, while being restrained by the officers and the K-9, one officer says that Johnson is holding a gun. 3 shots can be heard from the officers, and Windstrom says he believes the man was struck in his chest. He died from his injuries early this morning.
Y'all, they Emmett Tilled my son. They shot him in the back of the head. And while they had his head tied behind, while they were holding both his head, they shot him in his head. And that's only 2 of the shots. They executed my baby. They held his hands behind his back. So what you see on the news, when you see the officer, not the one that was straddling him, that shot him in the back of the head, but the one holding the gun, that's the one that shot him in his hands while his partner was shooting him in the back of his head, y'all. No mother. They shot my baby in the back of the head, y'all, while they were holding his hands.
But he is in heaven.
His brains literally were laying on the ground yesterday when I went to where they shot him. I don't want nobody's sympathy, but y'all love on y'all motherfucking kids. Y'all love on y'all motherfucking kids, dog. Oh, when I say they executed my baby, that police video footage y'all saw, America's so gung-ho about, where y'all see an officer and all y'all see is his gun drawn, that's because he was the one shooting my son in the hands that his partner had together. Together like these. The dog was mawing at his neck. His neck is mawed up. From where the dog mauled, where the dog was mauling my neck, and they said that the dog wasn't strong enough to detain him. You had a dog eating at his face and his neck, a man straddling over him with his arms behind his back, and another officer standing off to the side, and the police still ain't saying nothing. Let me remove my glasses. The police still ain't saying nothing to me.
Why they do him that way?
And
then they emptied his bag and laid the shit out to make it seem
and then
like he had a
tried
weapon.
to empty stuff out. It was hot that day. What the fuck? My son sweat. The fuck is he gonna wear some gloves and he's sweating on the bike? What y'all don't know is they sped that footage up because the police actually knocked him off that motherfucking bike. See, y'all can go by what the news tell y'all because the police gonna always have a different narrative, but we showed y'all what was real. We watched them stand over him while he was laying on his stomach. When does deadly force become the first? Mama Gwen, the first thing they resorted to while he was laying on his stomach
I'm sorry. Okay.
They shot my baby in the back of the In the back of the They shot him in the back of the head. When they said his brains was on the ground, as I'm coming here, we gonna go.
Yeah.
Just a modern day Emmett Till. They literally, dog, when I say they executed my son. They
and dragged him.
And not only after they executed, but then they drug him twice. They moved him twice before the paramedics got there. That's what they not telling y'all. They moved him twice. And by the time the paramedics got there, for some reason, my son was laying on the ground, butt naked, in his drawers. That's all I'm saying. They trying to silence people with video footage. Why? Why? Yep. I'll let y'all know, yep, he was on parole. Not for nothing that he was, because he wasn't violent. Anyone knew him, knew he wasn't violent. He wasn't on parole for that. And so what if he was on parole? Your president got whole lots of felonies. And I don't see nobody doing nothing to him. And he played with little kids and think it's okay to call women bitches and touch on us or whatever. That's your president. I don't believe in this shit. But what I do know is that 2 men are getting away or trying to get away with murdering my motherfucking son. That's what I know. That's all I'm saying. I don't even know how to process this right. They didn't just shoot him. Even on the police, what they showed, where did he look like like he was a threat? By the time he hit the ground, the dog was on him and the police was on his back. They showed y'all what they wanted to show y'all.
And then they opened his backpack and seen a firearm and said that was the narrative.
Then they spun it to
if
say
he did have a
if he did have a firearm.
It wasn't drawn on
it
the
wasn't drawn. He had a fanny pack on. There was nothing in his hand. If y'all watched what I watched, he was riding a bike. They bumped the bike. Y'all didn't see that because the way they play their footage, because it took them a long time to get that footage out there. Okay?
And they
still have yet to reach out to me. When was the last time the police didn't give their condolences when your child got killed by one of them? Y'all tell me that.
That shit right, yo.
They execute. Daquan Trey Johnson. I can't even cry because I'm so numb right now. I can't even cry. I thank God that I do serve a good God. Because right now, I don't even know how I'm standing. When they say, God will give you a peace that surpasses all understanding. That's got to be what he's giving me right now. Because they executed my son.
He didn't deserve that. The justice could have prevailed if he was in trouble. This is why we have laws in place. This is why there are policies and there are procedures in place. At no point did they follow the
I'm still going to thank God. God is so good. Y'all just don't know. He giving me so much strength. And then I had to tell my daughter, who's in prison, and she was like this with her brother. She come home in 30 days. And I had to tell her over the phone that her right hand was gone. I don't know if y'all ever heard a Pearson scream. The scream that she let out this morning.
That baby hurt. Lord bless her. Cover her right now.
And I can't even console her. They didn't just take somebody, y'all. They tore up a family.
He meant something to everybody.
I just wanted y'all to really know the police and the news, they making this out to look like he was doing something wrong. They had been following him for days. Not only we knew it, the people at the store knew it. A lot of people, a lot of y'all know him. Y'all knew it. They executed my son. And justice will be served. I'm not going to pray because vengeance is God's. It's not mine. But I pray to God that them officers I look so calm, y'all. I look so calm. I don't even know where this piece is. I don't even know how. I honestly don't even know how. I'm holding it together, considering what I just saw.
I'm so wrong.
And I still don't know the full details because the funeral home hasn't thoroughly looked them over. They just got him, and they know that I have been waiting to see my son. To all you mothers who have already been through this and then lost a child, I don't know how y'all did it. I don't know how y'all doing it. But I can only pray that God continue to keep me strengthened. Because this is about to be a long journey. And I'm going to have to keep reliving this moment over and over until justice is served for my son.
I mean, his body just went limp. They just let the dog just tear him up.
I love y'all. And again,
like he was a piece of meat.
Thank you to all of y'all who helped me get home. To all of y'all who are helping me through Cash Apps and Zelle to make my son his homegoing beautiful. Thank you all, because even if I means I gotta go in debt, that one right there, God gonna provide a way, and He gonna have a beautiful homegoing. I'm gonna ride with mine before I have to burn him. I'm gonna send him home the right way.
Lord bless his name. Bless you.
Y'all remember his name, Daquan Trey Johnson. And he was somebody. He was my somebody.
He mattered.
And his life mattered. It really did. Y'all have a good one. Again, I'm showing up. Not for y'all. Not even for me this time. I'm showing up for Daquan Trey Johnson. Y'all pray for me.
Got it! Got it! Hurry up and get it shit off your fucking chest.
Who do you believe the mother or the cop's body cam, because there's conflicting stories about this Daquan Johnson, the young man that was gunned down by Grand Rapids police. They released the body cam. I just watched a clip of it, and from what I see, it doesn't match up what is being reported. Even with body cam, it seems like things can get twisted, or, you know, the reports can be switched or mimicked to their liking to make it seem like it wasn't what we just saw. And what I just saw was the cops in the car in pursuit of this young boy, Daquan, on a bike, not a motorcycle, a regular bike, the pedal type of bike. And he pulls into a complex, and it looks like he pulled in so fast he fell on the floor. They released the dog. The dog got to them. The dog got to Daquan first, and the dog is already attacking him. So if you already have restraint by a dog, a German Shepherd dog, and you know how vicious they can be, the dog is like shaking his head, rattling. He got him real good, and then the cops are right on top of him, right behind him, and immediately shoot him down. And they say it was because he presented a weapon. In the video, I didn't see a weapon. Where's the weapon? If body cam is being released, show the public the official, like, weapon in hand, because we don't see that. I didn't see that. His mother is saying something different. And I believe the mother, because she's the one that has to go identify her son's body and says, yes, this is him. You imagine how gruesome that is to see your son? Now, what she's saying is even worse. And my heart goes out to her. She's saying that he was shot close range in the head. Meanwhile, the reports on what's being reported out there is that he got shot in the chest. She's saying that he got shot in the back of his head, close range. So did he get shot in the chest and in the head? She's saying that his face is mauled, which I believe, because you see the dog, like I said, going at it on him. Before they reach him, the dog did damage to him, mauled his face. And you can see the other cop trying to pull the dog off of him. That's how, like, you know, attached he's on this boy. So the mom has to now go view this body, see what happened to him, and there's a different story that's being painted in her head. I don't know if the young man had anything on him or why he was actually being pursued, but he looked like he was afraid for his life, and he's on a bicycle. If he did in fact do something or have something, and they apprehended him and they had the dog on him, why not make it a peaceful arrest? He was going to be hurt by the dog anyways, but instead, cops get so furious and so angry that they just choose to discharge their weapon at close range, 3 shots on a young man. Make it make sense. I don't get it. The moment a cop has to chase you, I swear it just makes them like angrier, and all hell breaks loose on you. Rest in peace to this young man, and I hope the mom finds peace and she gets answers and she gets justice, because this looks like an execution, in my opinion.
Couple days ago, a man by the name of Daquan Johnson was murdered by the cops. He was pursuing on a bicycle while they were chasing him in their car. Now, he went to a building, and when he went to the building, he jumped off the bicycle, and they opened their door quickly and let their canine dog out. The canine dog pursued off that man, grab him, pull him down. The police run him, that man down, grab him, took the dog off of him, put a bullet in the back of his head. Now, when they say that they give their body cam is showing totally different from what the surprise is. The surprise is somebody was in that building, was videotaping from their phone and show how they brutally murdered this man. They say that they think that this man have a gun. Now, how many more black people have to die by you thinking they have something? A man died in Brooklyn a couple of years ago because he have a wallet, and they said the wallet looked like a gun. They murdered him. They just also murdered a man a couple of years ago, choked the man out while he was gasping for breath, saying, "I can't breathe." The old Black Lives Matter movements was because of that. And those police is out free. They're not in jail. They got locked up, yes, but they are out free. Why is it that when police do murders, they are not prosecuted the same way we are prosecuted when we do it? When times you do the job to put us in jail when we do it, so you should get double the time when you commit murder. Am I right or am I wrong? You know better. So when a police got caught selling drugs or guns or doing murder, they should be charged double the time you do a regular person. This is not fair. You're murdering too much black people on the I think. Why is it that you cannot perfectly scan them just like you would scan a white person? I saw white persons with knife in their hand and they didn't murder them. But a black man with a knife, he's going to die. You see, a couple of years ago, they murdered a black woman in her house. We see in Florida, they do the same thing to another black man who called the cops because of his tenants. They murder him. The list goes on. There's so much if I stand here to just keep on painting a picture. Y'all murdering black people like if this is a practice, you know, it's a practice. You're at a gun range and you see us and we are that little man on the paper. We are tired. Enough is enough. This young man, Daquan Johnson, was recently murdered a couple of days ago. Google his name. Look up Daquan Johnson. He's from Michigan. And look at the horrible footage of the person that videotaped it from the house. Times you look at the one that the police give to cover their ass. You piece of shit.
I hadn't even heard his name. I don't think I've seen anything about it. And somebody sent me the video. And Daquan Johnson. If you haven't seen it, you might not want to. It is beyond horrifically graphic. In Grand Rapids, Michigan, a man was on a bike. I don't know the details, but apparently he was trying to evade officers. I wonder why. And the video picks up where he's on his stomach on the ground being attacked by a police dog. And there's 2 or 3 guys on his back and the dog's just ripping his arms. He's on his stomach with his arms behind his back. And the cop just stands up and pulls out his gun and just straight up mafia style, just right to the back of the head, several shots. And the dog just keeps attacking him. His corpse, at least. Whew, We're not anywhere near mad enough. We're not offering nearly enough opposition. We're not standing up for ourselves and our neighbors at any level that's commiserate with what they're doing to us. I am appalled. I'm ashamed. I'm completely disgusted.
I am very grossed out right now. I just saw the bystander video, and it's in my repost and it's very gruesome. Like, everybody, it's super gruesome. Don't watch it if you're, like, please do not watch it if you're not trying to watch it. I just seen the bystander video of Daquan Johnson getting murdered by Grand Rapids police, and they executed him. He had his hands behind his back, and he was laying on his stomach, the cop was kind of kneeling on him. The police dog was chewing at him, biting him at the back of his neck, and they shot him this close to his face. Like shot his, and didn't call gun, didn't say nothing. And then the news is saying that they shot him in his chest. The news is saying that he had a gun. The news is lying. I just seen that bystander video, and it's real, and it's in my repost. That was disgusting. That was up there with, I don't know, that was disgusting. Like, RIP to Daquan Johnson, and they're gonna do this shit during Black History Month. I can't fucking stand them. Like, I can't stand them. And then why are we chasing someone on a bike? On a freaking bike. I'm sorry, on a bike. We're gonna chase him on a bike. Like, this is ridiculous. If we know where he lives and we have any documentation about this person, we're fine. We know where he lives. We will be there. We will just meet him at his house. Like, what are we doing? This is stupid.
Okay, let's talk about Daquan Johnson and Grand Rapids, Michigan Police Department. Okay, this man up here in the corner, his name is Christopher Skirt. He's the I don't know if I'm saying it right, but he's a Grand Rapids Police Department cop. This is his third time unaliving a black man on the force. Third time. He also shot another black man in the back of the head in 2024 named Patrick Loyola. 26-year-old black man shot him in the back of the head. They also had another incident in 2022 where it was 3 cops and they unalived another black man because they said he had a gun-like object. They charged him for it, then they called it an unanimous dismissal and said that by the state law down there, he was protecting himself, and they ruling it self-defense.
The video footage that they didn't know existed is pretty damning when it comes down to the Daquan Johnson unaliving by the Grand Rapids Police. They didn't know that footage existed. That basically shows that Daquan Johnson was laying on his stomach with his hands behind his back, and their dog, the canine, was viciously gnawing at this man's leg. The neighbors say that they were struggling to recall and detach the dog from Daquan, but yet they told him to stop moving or he was going to get himself pumed. The dog was eating him. Why would he? Anyways, they flipped the man over, and within seconds, they pumed him. But here's what happens next that threw me off. You jumped off this man's body and ran, but the dog continued to chew at the man. When I say this video is just as damning as Alex Pretty and Renee, y'all not getting out of this. Ain't no damn way. Ain't no damn way. You ain't trying to hide it. Child.
So the officer who executed Daquan Johnson, his name has finally been released. His name is Christopher Scher. And just when you think the situation can't get any worse, because let's be clear, it's very hard to get worse than being executed and further attacked by a dog at the hands of the police department for absolutely no reason. But the officer, Christopher Scher, who murdered Daquan Johnson, also has murdered other black men. In fact, he was tried for killing another black man in May of 2025 for a shooting that happened the same way, execution style, in the head in 2022. There was a mistrial in his trial of May of 2025, and the Kent's DA's office refused to retry the case. They let that man not only walk free, but took him back into the police force just for him to execute another black man not even a year after a mistrial in his first murder case for killing a black man, execution style, in a routine traffic stop. So that just confirms what we already knew, that the intent was always to kill us for absolutely no reason. It's no coincidence that you execute a black man during a normal traffic stop, are charged with second-degree murder, go on trial, have a mistrial, and then less than a year later, quite literally, less than a year later, execute another black man the same way during a quote-unquote routine traffic stop. That's not protocol. Or you would not have had the first second-degree charge. If you cannot follow protocol or you feel that threatened or that unsafe as a police officer, then perhaps you should not have went back to the force after your first execution. In fact, you should not have been allowed back into the force because you clearly did not follow protocol. And they let you back into the force and you do it again because you didn't learn your lesson or you just don't care. You want to slaughter black bodies. So this time, the jury needs to get it right. And there needs to be pressure all around Michigan, specifically in Kent County, pressure on Grand Rapids Police Department, pressure on Michigan State Police Department, pressure on Kent County DA's office. Like, he needs to be fired, charged again, arrested again, convicted this time. Let me set the scene for you, okay? You're driving your bike at night, riding your bike at night, minding your business, okay? Suddenly, the police is behind you and initiates a stop while you're on your bike for absolutely no reason other than the fact that they think they see a firearm. They don't know who you are. They don't know anything about your criminal record, and no citizen made any report about any suspicious or possible criminal behavior. You are right outside your apartment complex at the time the officer initiates the stop. So you ride your bike into your complex. Logical, right? Before you can even get off your bike and see what the problem is, there is a dog viciously attacking you to the ground, and then multiple officers come and put your hands behind your back. And while you are being viciously attacked by a dog and restrained, officers are telling you you are resisting and warning you that they're going to kill you. And seconds later, before you can even process the statement that they say to you, threatening your life for absolutely no reason, you're executed in the back of the head with your hands behind your back. And then these said police officers doctor up a body cam footage and manipulate it to make it seem as if there's a possibility of you resisting, okay? But in this said apartment complex, there happens to be people watching through their windows and bystanders in the parking lot who record the whole thing and release the footage on social media to show that you are not reaching for any handgun, and there's no possibility of you resisting while you are being attacked and mushed into the ground with your hands held behind your back before you are executed seconds after an officer threat to kill you for resisting. This is what just happened to Daquan Johnson Wednesday night, Thursday morning, February 18th. I did not learn about this until almost 72 hours later, last night, Saturday night, okay? And although I really hate to have to keep propping my phone up and talking about the execution and injustice of Black people, I am so grateful for social media being a platform to share this information and have the correct information out there. I cannot imagine how many people that look like me are executed or tortured or beaten due to police brutality, and nobody knows about it or can connect it to the police, or nobody hears about it. And family members are just looking for their family. If it isn't for the ability for a bystander to record it and publish it on social media, not only will we probably never know about it, but we'll never know the truth, because you have officers, people who are supposed to protect and serve us, not only stopping and harassing us for absolutely no reason, not only executing us for no reason, but then lying about what's happening to us and doctoring evidence. Then you have to, not only do you have to beg these people who are quote unquote supposed to protect and serve us not to kill us, then you have to beg for justice to come after the fact, and for murderers, because that's what they are, for murderers to be held accountable for being the evil, vile thugs that they are. So in this case, I believe, and I didn't say this in the beginning, but this happened in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Okay, so the Grand Rapids Police Department is who murdered and executed Daquan Johnson, lied about what happened, doctored footage until video footage came out to contradict what these officers were claiming happening. Given this, Michigan State Police is doing the investigation, and then the the DA's office will then take it over if there is evidence of crime, which clear as day it is. So with that being said, because we know that they protect their own, because we know they like to manipulate things, it is very important for everybody to spread the information. Look into what happened, because like I said, I didn't find out until about 72 hours later. Look into what happened, share what's going on, make a post about what's going on, support their family because they want the word to get out. Put pressure on the Grand Rapids Police Department, put pressure on the Michigan Police Department, put pressure on the Michigan DA's office, and those officers need to be fired, arrested, charged, and convicted. And we know it takes a lot of muscle and a lot of media and a lot of pressure for these things to happen, and they still don't always happen. So talk about it, share it.
Daquan Johnson did not deserve to die. I watched the bystander footage and I watched the body cam footage. That man was not resisting. They chased him down on his bike because they thought he had a weapon. They say he had a gun. He gets off his bike. The dog starts attacking him. He's on the ground. Dog still attacking him. Officer on top of him. He's not resisting. He's trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. And they kill him. They shoot him. No resisting was happening. We saw it. We saw it. And they kill him. And then they try to show us a body cam footage. I don't know what they're trying to show us on there. We saw that they executed that man. And then I see the video of his mother saying they Emmett killed my son. Y'all can never make me believe that that man deserved to die. He was executed for no fucking reason. Y'all can never make me feel like, oh, just get used to it because this is what happens to Black people. No, nobody ever deserves to lose their life for no fucking reason. Let me tell you something. We got to stick together on this one because they're going to try to make it seem like he was doing something wrong. They're going to try to paint him in a bad light. He was a convicted felon. He did have a gun on him, but that man was not resisting. There was no reason. There was no reason for him to be shot. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. I'm tired. I'm just tired of seeing this stuff over and over and over and over and over and over again. I'm tired. It's draining.